Tales 58. Today is June 14th on a Monday morning, 7:11 a.m. This time slip is from June 1st on a Tuesday for the apartment building golf from 12:33 p.m. to 12:40 p.m. For Charlie in the office, reviewed status of Microsoft 365 billing in response to email received and sent reply. You have 13 Microsoft 365 Business Standard subscriptions for your users that are billed annually on July 22nd. This one for Basic is for the admin account that I use to manage the other accounts, and it is billed annually on June 30th. So she's the office administrator. She had sent me an email asking about this Microsoft 365 charge for $60. She thought that was odd because she knew that she had an idea how much they spend on the Microsoft 365 accounts. We used to have monthly invoices, and then we switched to annual. So it's coming time for the annual to be paid, and she gets an invoice saying $60, and that seems really, really low. So this was the response. Now, all of their computers are on the Microsoft 365 standard, which includes the Microsoft Office software and the 1 terabyte of OneDrive storage for each computer. So she had no awareness or consciousness of what this Basic was. And that's the admin account that I log into. It does have a charge because it includes an email account that can be logged into. And so it's basically amounts to $5 a month. So this also put her on notice that she's about to get another invoice for a larger amount next month, July 22nd. So then also on, did I say, I might have started this video saying July 1st. It was June 1st as these time slips. 16 minutes for the CPA office, Romeo for Romeo in the office. Phone and remote support regarding Outlook fails to open. Restarted computer to resolve. Discussed alternative action if the symptom reoccurs. Now in this office, a CPA office, they commonly have a lot of programs open, and within each program they can have multiple modules or multiple client accounts open. So like there's an accounting software called Lacert. Well, they could have multiple years of Lacert open at the same time. So restarting the computer is something they're kind of reluctant to do, because then they gotta reopen everything and get to the place that they were at in their work progress. So the alternative action was going to be to access Task Manager and in Task on any Outlook items that are in there, and then try launching Outlook. And I'm pretty sure that's going to work for him on a consistent basis. But in this instance, we restarted the computer, resolved the problem. Then June 1st, 15 minutes for, this is probably a first time in Tech Tales for this client. This is a publishing company, put it that way. A publishing company, and the person that I'm supporting is in my town, and she works remotely on behalf of the company that she works for. And it's a publishing business. And so this is 3:27 to 3:42 p.m. phone consultation regarding considering switching from Comcast internet to AT&T internet due to billing issue. I recommended staying with Comcast due to unrealized expenses in time to configure, even though Comcast email address can be maintained. So what prompted her, this whole issue is that she fell delinquent on the Comcast bill. The reason for that is because they stopped sending her physical bills, and that was her workflow. She received physical bills, she put them in a tray, and she would process them for payment. Well, Comcast switched somehow, with or without her awareness, probably had her consent, because I think they have to ask for her consent, and they switched to electronic billing. And she actually explained that she had encountered this before. She called them and she said, I need to be on physical bills. I cannot abide electronic billing. Now that's probably maybe partially or maybe mostly due to a mindset, or perhaps that she's not tied closely enough to her email to count on putting that into her workflow when those hit. She's obviously not accustomed to receiving bills by email. So she had previously, in a prior month, called Comcast and told them, I cannot abide by electronic billing. So rather than going into her account online, which is something she's not real aware or comfortable how to do, she handled it by phone call, and that phone call apparently didn't work, or the setting got reversed again. Well, for whatever reason, she's not getting a physical bill, went delinquent on the account. So she's contemplating switching to a different provider. So my conversation with her was along the lines, there's some hidden costs in switching to a different provider. You're going to be paying for my time involved with helping this conversion. A technician's going to either come out to your house and install the new equipment, or they're going to send you a self-install kit. You're going to have me come out to do that. So you're going to have expenses with me. I'm going to have to configure the router so it's compatible with the static addresses that we've set up in your office. Your email address is at comcast.net. Yes, you can keep that email address indefinitely, but the potential that there might be something happen down the road, I'm uncomfortable with you doing that. I think there could be hidden costs. I think it's wiser and smarter just to get this billing thing straightened out to where you can get a reliable physical bill each month. So then next is June 2nd, Wednesday, for the Law Office Whiskey. And this was for Juliet in the office. Phone and remote connection regarding unable to print to home printer via Wi-Fi connection with LogMeIn connection to office computer. Printer status indicated door open. Opened and closed all doors on the printer with negative results. His wife is able to print to that printer. Discovered laptop Wi-Fi was set to public network type. Changed it to private. Local printing ability restored by doing that, but the printer status still indicates door open and LogMeIn still fails to print. Restarting the laptop fixed the issue with LogMeIn and cleared the door open status indicator. So he had already tried restarting the laptop prior to calling me, and that did not solve the problem. So the problem was first caused by Windows updates to occasionally will change the network status from private to public. And that can cause some interruption with being able to share network resources locally and printing capability. This printer was connected to their home network. I'm not sure if it was connected by an Ethernet cable to the home network or by Wi-Fi to the home network, but it was connected to the home network, not by USB cable to his computer. Therefore, it's a network resource. So changing his computer from public to private fixed his access to the printer. Now, theoretically, in my mind, it seems like public network type should prevent other entities on the network from accessing my computer. But I should still be able to access a public resource that's on the network, such as a printer. What I don't know is, does the printer have some kind of a setting or designation within its network controller for public or private network? I don't think so, because that public or private network is a firewall setting under Windows 10. And a printer wouldn't have a firewall that I'm aware of. So anyway, then the next step about the doors, the message on the computer said that the doors were open on the printer. Restarting the computer fixed that. And that's the first time for me coming across that. I could see a doors open message being on the LED screen of the printer, but for the printer to be okay and that message to be on the computer, even when it can print to the printer. Now, isn't that the way I worded this? Log me in connection, printer status door open and closed. Okay, discovered laptop set to public, changed to private, local printing restored, but the printer status still indicates door open. So that was a printer status on the computer. Now I'm doubting myself, but he was able to print. If there's a door open message on the printer, then he shouldn't be able to print at all, and his wife shouldn't be able to print. So yeah, I believe the door open status was showing on the computer. So this piece is a little weird to me, doesn't quite fit, but we got it resolved. He's back up and working, so not gonna stress about that any further. So that does it for this session. I hope that was useful. Have a great day. Goodbye.